Have you ever been consumed by the thoughts of what you don't have, or been facing the biggest problem, but all you can focus on is what's missing for you to solve the problem? Or maybe you're having trouble letting something go because if you let it go, you'll never have that thing again. It's that endless feeling of never enough, whether it's money, opportunities, or social engagements. Well, it's all in your mind. You are in full control of it. And that's what we're talking about today. Going from a place of scarcity mindset to abundant mindset. Are you ready? Let's design this out of your life. I'm John Coplen, and you're watching Architecting You: How to Design the Life You Want. Dude, I'm really feeling it right now. Interest rates have spiked a little bit. People are on vacations that they haven't been able to take for a few years. It's super hot, so the real estate market is slow. The phone is not ringing off the hook. And it always puts me into this place of scarcity. It makes me feel like the phone is never gonna ring again. Stephen Covey initially coined these terms in his bestseller book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. People who operate in scarcity mindset see the world as finite. So if one person takes a really big slice of the pie, there's less for everybody else. So many of our businesses, our institutions, our governments work from a place of scarcity mindset. Promotions and raises are scarce, resources are limited, information is hoarded, micromanagement everywhere, and all the planning they do is short-sighted. An abundant mindset comes from the mentality that there is enough for everyone to go around, that there is a solution to every problem, and you are able to take action to solve it. Okay, so I'm seeing the light a little bit here. So maybe this feeling of the real estate market being slow and me feeling like no client is ever gonna call me again isn't necessarily a reflection of me being in a complete scarcity mindset. I do believe in my ability to solve problems and to really focus on some solutions. All right, so those are some basic definitions, but how do you know if you're operating in a place of abundant mindset? By understanding the signs of abundant mindset and scarcity mindset, you can focus in on the places that you need to work on. To me, one of the biggest things about abundant mindset is the people who dream. The folks who dream so big that they know that there is a solution out there. Some of the best architecture in the world has come from a dream. It comes from a vision, from a place of an abundant mindset, knowing that even though this has never been built before, they will find a solution to do it. And when I think about that, I think about one building. Well, I think of others too, but I do think of this one a lot. I think about the Bilbao Guggenheim by Frank Gehry. Those beautiful shapes that you look at, and even when you see it completed, you think, how did someone think of this? How did someone build this? It's just gorgeous, and it's just as gorgeous in person. So if you ever get a chance, definitely go. Carol Dweck is a psychologist from Stanford University and perhaps the most leading researcher on mindset. You can get her book, Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. In this clip, Carol's talking about a group of students who were taught to focus on the process and their progress during learning.
Now a professor, went back to her Native American reservation in the state of Washington. She transformed the elementary school in terms of a growth mindset. That school had always been at the bottom of the district, at the bottom of the state. Within a year to a year and a half, the kindergartners and first graders were at the top of the district in reading and reading readiness. That district contained affluent sections of Seattle, so the reservation kids outdid the Microsoft kids. And they did it because learning a growth mindset transformed the meaning of effort and difficulty. It used to mean they were dumb, and now it means they had a chance to get smarter.
These kids went on to outperform kids that had every advantage over them: income, support, and resources. They did it by learning how to focus on the progress and process and move past their limiting beliefs. Which brings me to limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are unconscious beliefs that we hold about ourselves and about the world around us. They hold us back from becoming the person that we really should be. For example, if you have a limiting belief about money, you believe deep down unconsciously that you don't deserve to have money, then you're going to have a really difficult time being grateful around money and having good responsibility around money. Once you can identify your limiting beliefs, it takes a little work to replace those limiting beliefs with an abundant mindset. Oh man, there is definitely some limiting beliefs in here for me. There's no way that there isn't limiting beliefs in this feeling that no client's ever gonna call me again. There's no way. So obviously the limiting belief thing, I need to go back and re-examine that. Because replacing these beliefs can be a little bit murky and because the work can be very difficult, one of the things that you can continue to ask yourself every time something comes up, is this belief taking me further towards where I want to go, or is it holding me back? Working to replace those limited beliefs is very difficult. Once you start replacing them with positive, empowering beliefs, it'll get a little bit easier. One of the easiest ways is to go back towards gratitude. Which brings me back to gratitude. If you want to see a video on the power of gratitude, you can watch it here. You practice gratitude every day. Part of your morning routine is the power of gratitude. By getting yourself in the place of gratitude, everything you see about yourself and the world around you will change. And when things start to change, embrace it. But it's embracing change in these moments when we are working so hard that will get us even a little bit further to let go of those limiting beliefs and adapt ourselves to a positive mindset. One of my favorite things is to retrain your brain to see possibilities. Every time something isn't exactly right, instead of allowing it to shut you down, look for the possibilities in the solution. Is there a possible outcome that you're not thinking of? Instead of it just full stop, open up. I can't tell you how many times this works for real estate. Just by decluttering a home, you can focus on the abundance of the home. Instead of seeing the clutter, you see what the home has to offer. It's the same thing. If you declutter your physical space, you see how much you have in your life. That simple act of decluttering your home and by letting things go will make you instantly feel more abundant. Decluttering for me is huge. I got rid of 3 boxes today of old stuff that I do not need, and I instantly felt better about it. Instead of focusing on what's not happening, I'm focusing on building a marketing plan out, having a huge event, getting in contact with my past clients, putting myself into action so that I start to feel better about where the real estate market is, but realizing that I have the power. I have the power to fix this. Lastly, focus on being around people who are abundant. Get rid of the people who only focus on the lack, the scarcity. You're probably required to be around some people that are scarcity mindset no matter what. When you go to work, when you're part of a group, no matter what you do, you're going to somehow run into these folks. But the folks that you choose to be around in your spare time, make those the folks that are abundant, that are just out there living their best life. You'll know who they are because they're also the people who can express gratitude so easily, who can tell you thank you, who can say this is amazing. Pull them around you. And I really focus that on my life. I try to be around people who are abundant. All right, so I got it. I'm gonna review my limiting beliefs. I'm gonna go back and review this video and figure out how it fits back into my life, specifically around this feeling of a lack coming at the real estate market. Maybe the market is a little bit slow, but the truth of it is that I can start putting into action the things that I know work. I can take this time to clean house, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna refocus my marketing plan. I'm gonna check things out. I'm gonna find where I can put my time, effort, and energy and make me feel like I'm focused on the process and that I have the power to solve things. This could go well, and this could go really well. I mean, I really have an opportunity here to kind of really nail this. So I guess the question is, will I nail this? I'm gonna nail this. I'm gonna nail this. I'm gonna nail this because it needs to be nailed. If you're saying to yourself, okay, I can do all these things, but I wanna know for sure, or if I'm in an abundant mindset, or if I'm in a scarcity mindset. Okay, we can do that. I don't know about you, but it's so easy to get sucked into everything external. What's happening over here? What's happening over here? If you are someone who predominantly focuses on the external locus of control, then you believe that life is done to you. That means you have a fixed mindset. You're born talented and that's all it is. What you get is what you get, and life is gonna dish you the cards. Or if you are someone who focuses on the internal locus of control, then you believe that every person has an opportunity to improve themselves and to become something amazing. Internal locus of control focuses on growth mindset. Okay, so we could sit here and talk about internal and external locus of control, or we can go take a test. I found a few personality tests online that specifically test you for internal locus of control or external locus of control. And after taking the test, it'll give you a good summary of what it means. It took me about 5 minutes online, and nerd alert, I totally loved it. It's Friday night, and what am I doing? Filming a video. I can't claim how scientific this is, but from taking many personality tests in my life, I feel like this line of questioning is generally where they go. Anyway, if you want to take the personality test, 5 minutes below. Are you internal locus of control or are you external locus of control? Click on the link below and you can take the test. Please hit like and subscribe and share this video with anybody that wants to talk about abundant mindset. Well, this goes without saying, right? Because nobody can do this work for you. Nobody can get in your mind and replace your limiting beliefs and really get you to focus on being an abundant mindset. Only you can do this important work. So let's get out there and make it happen.